Shit. Did you give anyone a heads up?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Anybody shows up, it's
That's on them.
Fucking miracle. It's gonna be on them.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could take the show that we wrote and do it next week.
We could.
We just go to bed.
Or we could just go to bed.
Yeah.
Read the Chiron. Hi, people. Hi, listen.
Oh my God, I'm so tired.
I have no idea what is happening. I feel that I'm having some form of middle-aged narcolepsy or something, which of course I understand before you at me. That narcolepsy is not just a sleeping disease. There's more to like narcolepsy, right?
Is there?
Yeah, it has something to do with like it isn't that you just are sitting there and you just suddenly fall asleep. It has more to do with.
I knew a guy with narcolepsy once. It seemed to involve more like like you know when you're really, really, really tired, like right now.
Yeah, like right now.
Yeah. It's not like oh.
Right.
You know, it's like he would go, oh, I'm gonna go to sleep.
That was it. Yeah, and
Like-
my parents knew a guy who had narcolepsy as
But he
well.
couldn't drive because
Right. I don't think you can get a license. You can't be like a pilot or anything like that.
I think you get about a couple minutes of notice. Whoa.
Well,
Narcolepsy, necropsy.
necropsy. Don't get it twisted.
That's
Definitely don't get
different.
that twisted.
That's
These
different.
are very different things. Hi, people. Hi, listen.
Hi, listen.
I just want to let people know right off the bat. We're very, very tired.
Why are we so tired?
I have no idea
It's the
why.
insomnia. I think.
I think
for
it
me,
is,
it's
yeah.
I just wake up, and for no reason, I'm wide awake. Like
Yeah.
it's not good.
I continue to be surprised, honestly, by how fucking awake I am in the middle of the night. Right? I'll wake up at like 3 a.m. or something like that. I'm like, Jesus, this doesn't seem right. Like I don't think I'm that awake during the day. I'm certainly not that awake right now. God, I honestly, I would pay anything to be like, waking up like in this state right now. I'd be like, oh, well, obviously the only thing to do is to give in and go back to bed. Do you remember when you would be in class and you would literally just feel your face melting with tiredness? Do you remember this?
Oh yeah.
Like you would have to do this thing where you like press your tongue against like the back of your teeth or something. Just like you're trying to stifle that yawn. It's like it's coming on. It's coming on.
So that would happen to me. Well, this would happen to you in class, right? When you would stay up all night, like pull an all-nighter,
right,
and then have to go to a lecture or something, and it's like feel like you're hurting yourself trying to stay awake, right? Like, oh God, I'm gonna go to sleep. It's like it was actually stressful.
There was something about the whole college experience. It was really just about pushing yourself to your absolute fucking limits, right? And not in a healthy way. Like wind up in the infirmary with pneumonia, with walking fucking pneumonia way is how I went down with that. Carrie says she thinks that's called mewing. Mewing?
Mewing? Mewing is a tongue exercise, I think.
So.
Oh, when you're smashing your That's when you're going.
Wait, hang on. But do you mean a tongue exercise like this? Oh yeah. So that fellow apparently is Russian. First point of fact there, and the other is there's a part of his video where he'll turn to the side like that and stick his tongue out. He's not an unattractive fellow, right? You look at that guy right there. Are you actively trying to not get laid? Hi, Scott.
Scott, we need photos. We need an update on Fashion Steve.
Scott informed me when I texted him today that Fashion Steve has in fact arrived, but Fashion Steve is in many pieces. I think Scott referred to him as in pieces, in box Steve.
I looked on the shipping thing, the shipping manifest, if you will. I will. I discovered that one of Fashion Steve's boxes is lost in the mail.
Which part are you missing,
I think it's
Scott?
the mask. I think it's
Oh,
the Jason
he just said the last one had a Jason hockey mask.
Oh,
so
okay.
Did that arrive? That must have arrived.
Okay. $7. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein Steve. We're very curious, honestly,
That one
Scott.
seemed to have been lost in the mail for a long time. So I was like, okay, we're going to have to tell him to get a hockey mask somewhere.
Listen, the whole thing was a fucking shenanigan, Scott. So it's not like we're going to, I don't think you expected us to shell out for top tier shipping for a janky ass mannequin. By the way, Lysol it down. You don't want any part of what. See, also, and I don't know if I stressed this to Scott before we sent that off, but he is covered in tape gum. Like at one point, the person who owned him previously had kind of like taped him up with masking tape, right? And
we said he doesn't look good.
He doesn't look good. No, he doesn't look good. He looks well.
Scott said challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Those are the words. You can't go back on that.
Yeah.
Once you've invoked challenge accepted, why? It's on. David Salzer says, we're back in black. Of course, yes, indeed we are. Hate to say I'm glad to be back. I am cut loose from the news. I've never honestly known. Here's how old I am. I am this many years old. I owned that album, Back in Black by AC/DC, on 8-track. Yes, indeed. There has never been a more annoying piece of musical technology, I think, than the 8-track. And I understood why they did it, right? They did it because you could listen to it in the car, right? It was a way to sort of take your albums with you, put it in the wow, listen, I'm actually able to take my music with me. But do you remember this? Like, I think you said that your dad had an 8-track in his Corvette.
Yeah.
Right. And
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
If you wanted to listen to a song, the songs were broken down by 4 tracks because it was basically it was called an 8-track
because it was an 8-track. I just got that.
But it was left and right 4 times, and it was in the tape head. But it would run in a big circle. It was just a big tape loop, right? So it would say, okay, if you want to listen to Peace Train by Cat Stevens, click over to track 3 and wait. And you have to, and there's no fast forwarding. There's no rewinding. You're basically just sitting there and waiting. I don't know. It was considered to be a step up at the time, I guess. I used to think, and this is how inside the box my thinking was as a young man. I used to think to myself, someday they're going to invent a way to play albums in a car. How are they going to do it? I thought to myself, because
Stick
the needle just skips all over the place. How on earth? That's your little genius. That's your little genius, Steve.
Oh, I just texted your mom, and there
Hi,
she is.
Mom. I actually
Hello.
Mom, I called you.
We called you on the
called you.
telephone.
And of course, as you are well aware, if you don't call us back, why, you're guaranteeing a visit from us. It's like saying Beetlejuice, right? It's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times.
So you said it twice.
Steve, and then therefore, Steve's appeared.
CD changer in the car.
8-track Steve.
Oh,
Keith
there's
Reynolds. Hi, Keith Reynolds.
Keith,
Hi,
did
buddy.
you in fact buy a package of or did I send that to you? Why did you have that? The these look like balls.
His were the
Reese's
chocolate ones, and
Okay.
so I suppose they look like ethnic balls, right?
Here we go.
Sure, but yeah. So Keith, very nice to see you. I noticed that you also had purchased for yourself some Reese's Balls candy just in time for Valentine's Day. Did everybody have a swell Valentine's Day? I hope. Nice
I'm just drinking just a regular red wine, but then I'm also cutting it with some water.
I see. Okay, so Scott was inquiring, what's Lori drinking
Yes.
tonight? Sounds like a new segment.
I've recently, I know this is going to come as a shock to a lot of you, but I've recently discovered that I have an anemia problem. You're like, wow, you're not really pale and, nervous and weak all the time.
I wouldn't have necessarily put that together because, for one thing, you're actually surprisingly strong.
I actually
She really
am
can.
very strong.
This one can, like,
I am very
lift giant sacks of fertilizer and such when she's gardening. It's very, very impressive. But yes, you did discover that you are in fact iron deficient, and this has been a bit of a game changer for you.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I've been taking a lot of iron and eating a lot of bison meat.
Eating bison, ladies and gentlemen.
So, and I'm trying to drink more water so I can make more red blood cells. I guess, is
Exactly.
what I-
These are the sorts of things that you discuss when you're in middle middle wage.
Sure.
You guys remember when you would listen to your parents talk when you were growing up, and you're like, why is it all they ever talk about is what's wrong and who died, and it's just like, you'll see. You'll see someday.
It's interesting. Well, I just got on this because, as you know, Jan was very, very, very sick over extremely sick.
Extremus sickus.
And that's how I discovered that I have an anemia problem.
Right, because we were tracking her numbers.
Right.
And,
and so I pulled up, this is all very boring.
Oh,
but,
no. This is scintillating middle-aged conversation.
Yeah, this is middle-aged conversation.
I defy you to find something more fascinating to talk about in middle age than various maladies and late onset anemia, it would seem.
Onset, I don't know. What kind of red wine?
What kind of red wine? It's a blend, I believe.
I don't want to say it because it's cheap and you'll be like, oh, gross.
It's very good.
It's hot to trot
red
wine.
14 hands.
I don't know, 14 hands.
14 hands, hot to trot. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, nothing but the finest hooch.
It's like the wine you get at Costco for $7. I don't know.
Sure, yeah, listen.
I'm actually very unsophisticated when it comes to alcohol because I never drank any alcohol till I was like 30. I never had wine. I never had anything.
I was at a bar recently and the bartender was talking. It was just that they did specialty cocktails and stuff like that. And I'm like, I was watching her work while I was having a beer. And I'm like, what, it looks like you're making a Negroni. And it's like, yeah, would you like one? I'm like, I don't really do mixed drinks. It's not really my bag. If I ever do a mixed drink, I'll have an old fashioned. And she's like, I make the world's greatest old fashioned. And I thought to myself,
really?
Yeah, and I thought I could probably take her up on that. But then, and this is how devoted I am to my dear friend beer, I was like, yes, but then I would have a round of alcohol that would not be beer. But part of the problem, if you are a beer drinker, you will understand this. It is one of those things you can just pace yourself with all night. You're just like, oh, beer is your buddy. Beer is just along for the ride. If you get involved with the hard alcohol, all bets are off. All bets are off, right? The last time I literally fell asleep, the last time I had hard alcohol, this was in San Francisco. This is like a billion years ago. Some guy that I knew from work was like, we're doing Jack Daniel's shots.
Oh, God, that was awful. You slept in the bathroom.
I did. I somehow got home.
You have no memory of that,
I
right?
do have memory of it. It was work for me to actually
that was awful.
Enunciate to the cab driver where
that was
I
terrible.
live. Okay, and I was like, can I write? How do I get home if I can't actually tell this?
That scared me.
And then I came up the stairs and I'm like, I did something I shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, what do you need? What do you need? Yeah.
And I was so, I did not, because that was like a long time ago, like in San Francisco, like when we first got married, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, I would never seen a person like quite that drunk before.
I was very, very drunk at that time. And I don't like being drunk.
And I vividly remember, we only had one bathroom, and you were passed out on the floor of that bathroom.
And it is a magical thing,
so
honestly.
when I woke up in the middle of the night to pee, I had to pee in the sink in the kitchen.
Hey, everybody. Well, on that note, on that fabulous note. Oh, yeah.
Here are your hosts, Stefan.
Oh, there's Shauna.
And long story short, hi, Shauna and Dave Gildner. Hello, welcome.
Long story short, I peed in the sink.
But Laurel peed in the sink, and I...
that was in 1999.
And I have not had, hard alcohol in any meaningful way since then.
You haven't.
I don't... Well, first of all, and this sounds like I'm saying I'm not really an alcoholic but I don't like to get drunk, right? I like to keep a nice mellow groove going, and so you all can keep your mixed drinks. I'll stick with my good friend beer.
This sounds really bad. I don't mind getting drunk. I just don't like getting drunk in front of other people. So I'll get, and so that only leaves, you like getting drunk by yourself, and that's not healthy. Oh, that's not a good choice.
I was like, what is happening here? I think I accidentally recorded something over it doesn't fucking matter. Hi, people. Hi. Welcome. It's Saturday night. Listen, if you're new to the proceedings, here's how this works. We're about to play a game. There used to be prizes involved. Do we have any prizes involved tonight?
I'm
sure we could scare something.
I have a Reese's heart that looks like a ball.
Listen, we have candy that actually looks like human testicles. Yours for winning the game tonight. It's basically Cards Against Humanity, except of course you can't hand a card back in. So you give us the funniest response to the prompt that I have here on the card and make us laugh, make one of us laugh. We'll give you a point, and then if you get enough points, then you can win balls.
It's not a secret drunk. If you called me, I would be like, I'm super drunk, I'm alone. That never happens. So that's the only context in which I actually don't mind being drunk, if I'm all alone.
If you're all alone, right.
Yeah.
And so,
but they say not to do that. That's very unhealthy.
The adage goes, never drink alone, and I never do unless, of course, I'm alone. Yeah, then what are you going to do?
Okay.
So anyway, Lauro the other day was like, I'm missing a hair clip. Like, I'm missing a hair clip. Where have you seen any of my hair clips? I'm like, no, I don't think so, but it seems like you usually have one in your hair. What's been happening to them? Well, a little investigative sleuthing work on behalf of one Lori Caldwell involved pulling her side of the bed away from the wall. And what do you know, ladies and gentlemen?
Every hair clip.
Honestly, it's like she's been hoarding them in her, because I guess what you do is when you're sleeping, you take them off.
So in my defense, I guess what happens is I put my hair up, and then I get really tired and my hair hurts, so I pull the clip out and drop it.
Right, and
then I forget I did that because it was right before I went to sleep.
So what else is Lori hoarding under her side of the bed? What else is Lori hoarding under the bed? Dave says shaved wrinkled chocolates are the best. Aren't they, though? That's why. Raisinets, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stephen Cox for Raisinets.
Okay, so when you see that many of one thing under your side of the bed, you're like, wow, am I blacking out or something?
Exactly, yeah. Well, am I having a fugue moment?
But you know what? That's one for every day of the week. And then I go, I'm tired.
Right.
I drop it.
Now you've cleaned them all up.
Yeah.
Let the process start all over again. Right now, you're just going to start to, and on and on it goes.
That's right. I found them all. I put them back in the bathroom.
Yeah. Exactly.
Iron supplements is a good answer. Scissors. Yeah. Where are all the scissors?
Fucking scissors, and the ones that are left cannot cut paper. They're so fucking dull. It's crazy.
Just as a joke, just to be funny, I went to the dollar store and I bought you 10 pairs of scissors.
Yes.
They're all gone.
They're all gone.
I don't know.
They've disappeared into some sort of scissor vortex.
It's not a joke.
No. It's like, I feel like an 80s schlock comedian going, why only have one sock? But it's weird. Like, stuff will disappear from your home from time to time, will it not? Inexplicably so. Where you're like, what the fuck?
And somehow turn into bottles of cortisone cream.
Well, there's that. Yeah, we've got enough tubes of cortisone cream to start a fucking ER up in here.
We've just decluttered our house, apparently of scissors.
Apparently, yeah, we've decluttered so much we don't have the things that we need. Let's see, what is Lori hoarding under her side of the bed? Reese's Balls, iron supplements, teeth guard, balls, says my mom. Exclamation point. Scissors, Greenland. Ha, says David. That's a good answer. Jan's
Red,
missing
white,
dildos.
and Blueland, apparently.
Red, white,
they're
and
going to call
Blueland.
it.
Yeah,
Sure.
Scotch tape.
Okay, Gulf
Bonnie's
America.
beef, silver bullets, an entire martini bar seating for one, hanging chads, guns and ammo, says Dave. That's good. A dozen artichokes, 3 girly magazines, and a pack of Necco wafers. Immigrants, the others suck. Fireworks, lawyers, guns, and money. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Warren Zevon would like to see some. Let's see, missing scissors and hair clipped. Fashion Steve's other hand.
No. That's in the Atwood's yard.
Yeah,
and they
we know
said
exactly
you can't
where
have
that is.
it.
Yeah. Talk to, honestly, Scott. You talk to the Atwoods. Talk to Carrie.
I said, can I have that hand? She said no.
Yeah. So I'm going to give this. Dave had a couple of funny answers there. I'm going to go with Dave. Actually, I like the other sock. That was very, very. All right. So now, when you drive around here, it is entirely possible that you can get behind two types of drivers. One will run their car right up your fucking tailpipe, and the other one simply doesn't know where they're going. We live in kind of a rural area. You got behind the ladder the other day.
I got behind the guy, and eventually I passed him, and I looked over to see if he was okay.
Right.
Because he was sort of like, you know, a guy, the person you're following a person, and they look like they might be drunk, but really they're just lost.
They're just lost.
Right?
Yeah.
And he legitimately was going,
Yeah.
And I'm like, pull over, guy. Like, you're lost or you're
pull
mental.
Over. Honestly, this is my public service announcement to you. And I'm going to do that thing that you see people on these neighborhood social media groups do, which is like, to the person who they nearly
I
hit
almost
from
wrote
the
that
other day.
email.
And I was like, they're not there. Guess what?
No.
To the person who has the teenager who blew, they're not there. Go away. Stop it.
No, you're just yelling at us now for no
just
reason.
yelling at us,
I
yeah.
didn't do that, but I did come home and tell you about
You
the
told me
guy who
immediately.
was fucking lost.
It was a very funny story. Get out of my way. I'm trying to get to blank. Get out of my way. Guaranteed they were living in the left lane. My fucking pet peeve. Holy God.
He was in the left lane.
My pet peeve. I just like it. Honestly, if I were ever to get into law enforcement, like, being a highway patrol, a statey, what have you, I would just spend my entire day ticketing people for driving too slowly in the fucking passing lane.
No.
Get out of my way. I'm trying to. Now, of course, there are two types of drivers in this world, and also two types of people who, like, when you're in New York, you're either like, get out of my way. Why are you walking four abreast? That's the one kind of person in New York. And the other one's, geez, why is this person on my ass? What do they want me to do? I'm walking as fast as I can. I think the bottom line is I just am annoyed by people.
Which one are you?
No, my point is I'm the me, and I'm either annoyed by people who I want to pass them, or there's somebody behind me who wants to pass me. I'm like, what's the rush, bub? Right?
Get out of my way. The grocery store has eggs.
Says Keith.
I'm going to the hair clip emporium.
Yeah, get out of my way. I'm trying to get to retirement, says Christina. I'm trying to back up my car. Mecca, the hair clip emporium. Xanadu. I was on a flight recently, and I was looking at the map. And, on the back of the seat, when you're watching the entertainment, one of the things that you can do is look at the map. And this is a transatlantic flight. And one of the things that you could do, it was called the Mecca locator.
Oh boy.
So for people who were on the plane, do they provide special dispensation for people to, like, get out of their seats and get on start praying toward?
I saw someone in the PCC parking lot the other day who just got out and was doing the praying to
doing the Islamic calisthenics, I believe it's called. Yeah.
I mean, cool. That's good for them. Whatever.
But and this is absolutely true. Any direction will get you to Mecca, right? Really, it's on the other side of the planet, right? I mean, I guess what they mean is the closest. Like, from here to there, that would be the closest. Because really, math would dictate. Ray, back me up on this. We live on a sphere. Am I right?
He's
you can get there
hanging.
from any direction. Give a shit.
You're hanging like a Chad.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get to Xanadu, get into my car, out of my dreams and into my car. Apparently, driver's ed because there are more 40-year-old student driver stickers all over their car. Isn't that the truth?
Come on.
It's weird. I'm trying to get to you, the toilet. I have to waffle stomp, the Gulf of America. The Point, stairway to Mecca via Alaska Airlines. New Greenland, it's flat and you know it, says Ray. Exactly. We live on a flat earth, Ray. That's what that fancy book learning has taught you. We live on a flat earth. Here, Laura, who had the funniest response? Get out of my way, I'm trying to blank.
I'm gonna give it to Keith for the grocery store has
Yeah,
eggs.
I think that's exactly right. That is the right answer. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a celebrity gossip here, as we're wont to do. Folks, you are aware that a man named Bill Belichick exists, right? He is the coach of, or formerly the coach of, the New England Patriots. Just renowned the world over as being just a world-class fucking asshole. And honestly, just he looks, when he would stand on the sidelines, he would look like Satan himself. You just see sort of the sulfur smoke emerging from the man. Anyway, he's got a new chick. How about this? Hey, how about that? Nice to see you dating somebody your age there, Bill.
What does she see in him?
What did they talk about?
What do they talk about?
What? Now listen, I'm not knocking.
Where did they meet?
I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm sure she's lots of fun to have sex with. But when that's done, then what? Then what are we doing? So,
Oh, your mom says she is fucking 24 years old.
yeah,
What? Oh, God.
He is fucking 24 years old. So what do we suppose her nickname is for him? What is Bill Belichick's girlfriend's nickname for him? What do you think she calls him to her girlfriends? You look very pretty tonight.
Oh, thank you.
You're very pretty.
Oh, gosh, thank you.
You're so beautiful. My wife is so beautiful. She's the hottest. Hands off, fellas. Don't get any ideas. What's Bill Belichick's girlfriend's nickname for him? Was there a better way to construct this sentence? I almost broke out a
almost
sentence.
can't even type it. It's very
I almost
confusing.
broke out like a sentence diagram. I'm like, okay, where's the subject, verb, object, right? Let's see.
He calls him teeth.
Teeth. That's pretty funny, dude.
Hey, teeth.
Yeah, wrinkle cream. Oh man, I don't miss watching football. I used to watch football obsessively. I grew up a 49ers fan, and then when we moved to the East Coast, I became a Giants fan. And it's certainly much more fun to be a
Bank of
49ers fan these days. What's that?
Bank of Bill. You know she just calls him Daddy, right? Daddy.
Bank of Bill. That's very funny, Scott.
She calls him Venmo.
It was much more fun to be a 49er fan of recent vintage than to be a Giants fan. Boy, oh boy, that team just is a perpetual basement dweller.
Why aren't you a
cellar
Seahawks
dweller.
fan?
I'm not a Seahawks fan because I hate Pete Carroll. Cannot stand him. Going back
He's
to
gone, right? Didn't
Well,
he
yeah,
get
he is. But Laura and I are UC kids, and he taught he coached at USC, and this was during the whole
worst.
like the pay for play scandal where they were like like it was really just scummy, and if you talk to anybody who went to USC during that time, it's like, well, they're all doing it.
Oh, they're
like,
so defensive.
so fucking defensive.
Yeah, we're gonna piss off a lot of people here.
Oh,
That's it.
come on.
I'm sure there's Seahawks fans, there's USC people, there's all kinds.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could be a Seahawks fan at this point since he's gone, but I don't even watch football, so I don't give a shit.
She calls him Daddy.
Bill
That's
Belichick's girlfriend's nickname for him is post-nuptial agreements. That's funny. Venmo, offensive line, Bilmo. Nice, Ray. That's
There's
good.
no way they're
Bilmo.
married.
Yeah.
Are they married?
Waiting for him to slip up on a banana peel boyfriend, says my mom.
That's right.
Nosferatu, Nesferstu, Brady. Oh, Nosferatu. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Billcoin, free safety. Debit card, Billy Bong, Daddy, 3-year plan, Papa, and Zaddy. Holy God, this was fantastic. But I don't know. I think everybody had so many great answers here. But I guess I gotta go with Scott right off the bat because he came up with Bank of Bill, and that's pretty fucking good. Great answers all the way around, though.
What if she's a lawyer?
Eric just texted us something with an attachment.
Yes, I say it's a glass.
Should we be aware of this?
Look, we got.
Oh, Eric. Oh, very nice. I don't know if I should mention this, but I'm going to. It's Eric's birthday on Monday. Hey, he loves it. He loves it.
He'll love it if you sing to him, if you tell him happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, there we go.
He's like, shut up.
Shut it.
Shut it.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
So anyway, you probably saw in the news that there was some couple had reported that they had mistakenly left out an entire Costco chocolate cake in their backyard. As
I
one
don't
does.
get this whole story,
don't
okay?
either.
This person leaves a cake in their backyard on the table, and then whatever, because they don't have room in the fridge. You don't have a kitchen counter?
What is
Whatever.
going on?
Okay.
What sort of
I
choices
don't
have you
even
made?
know why I'm reading this whole article.
Yeah.
It's about a woman who leaves a cake out and an opossum eats it.
Someone left a cake out. An opossum.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking because it's what I was thinking. So? I know it sounds mean, but
it's a
okay,
nothing
that
burger
sounds like
story.
natural selection,
So,
right?
Exactly. So then what you do is the possum
The story is,
eats
and
the
he
thing,
died, right?
and it's lying on its side groaning because it shouldn't have eaten all that chocolate and or cake. And you're
Right.
like, oh, well, okay,
Well,
I
too
guess
bad,
dead
sorry.
possum. I guess that's a dead
And
possum.
I'm not saying I don't love animals. I love animals.
I love
but
animals
What are you
just
gonna do? It's a wild animal. It ate a cake.
So
I don't know.
you know what? I'm calling an audible on this.
Okay, so the rest of the story is they called animal control, who came and got it, and in the Humane Society paid for the veterinarian to pump the opossum's stomach. Why?
Honest to fucking God, this story goes from bad to worse. If you called animal control around here with a story like that, after they stop laughing,
They'd be like,
we have fucking bears around here. We have things to deal with. We have coyotes who are eating entire like neighborhoods full of cats.
what's going on in this small
have no
town in
idea.
Nebraska
I
that they
have
have
no
all
idea.
this free time and money for the vet. That they're
There's a-
rehabbing this opossum, who then they found out it had lead in its system, so they're chelating its blood or something. And I'm like, why?
And here and here is the possum. This is actually a picture of the possum. Oh, so adorable.
Oh my God! Who will adopt it? Will you foster this opossum?
Oh,
my
so
God!
fucking adorable. Anyway, yeah. So can I get that over there? Name this possum. Name this possum. Name it. Name that possum. Holy God. Yeah.
Snuggles, obviously.
I have no. I honestly have no.
I know. I
godly
sound like a
idea what these
monster,
people-
right? Like,
Not
why?
really.
Why are they saving this?
Not really.
Okay.
You sound like somebody who actually has a head on her shoulders and uses it for rational thought. That's what it sounds like, right? Right, people? Mom, everybody, right?
No one's answer. Everyone's like, you're a monster.
Oh my fucking God!
The possum's name is Marjorie Taylor
Marjorie to
Greene.
MGT. Exactly right. Yeah. Honestly, they should, have George Jones. They call George Jones Old Possum. And they're from the same fucking state because her eyes are so close together. Seriously, when she gets the DNA test at the 23andMe.
He's called Opossum Steve.
Opossum Steve.
When she gets the DNA test.
When she gets the DNA test, you know how every once in a while, like for me, it's because everybody has a little bit in them. It's like it came back, hey, by the way, do you know you're 1% Neanderthal? I'm betting hers is in excess of 20%.
Her eyes are very close.
Very close. And she's got that
Very
big,
close.
thick skull, and she's into CrossFit and that weird pull-up exercise where it's like she's going to yank her fucking shoulders out of their sockets. I wish you would, Marge. I wish you would.
She's just right there in the White House. Just, okay. Okay. Sure.
Opossums eat a ton of pests. Is that
Great.
so? Is that so?
Wait, what's the difference between a possum and an opossum?
I
Is that
looked
the
this
same
up.
thing?
No, and I looked this up, and there is a difference, and I forget what it is. I think one of them's a marsupial, one of them's not. I think
Okay.
that's the main difference. One of them pouches their babies, and the other one doesn't.
How much money do you think that was to pump the opossum's stomach?
I hope the taxpayers of Nebraska are proud.
Is that animal in someone's house now? Going,
Exactly. Name this possum Bonnie. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Precious, says Keith. Opossum Steve. Ewan. Cutie Pie Snuggle Me Now. Cutie Pie Snuggle Me Now, says Ray. Molly. Mike Tyson. Count Chocula. Muskie. Poppin' Poppy. Mount McKinley. Belichick, Elon, Penelope, one is from Australia, Chocolate Stormy, not enough to get you a 24-year-old girlfriend. Dear Lori. Do I have the funniest response?
Dave had like 3 funny
Yeah, Dave is cooking with gas.
Precious was a really good one.
Cooking with gas, man. All right, so you guys.
Count Chocula was my favorite though, because he ate the chocolate cake.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I was wondering
and
about that.
he looks a little like a vampire.
Sure he does.
Okay.
Laurel brought to my attention something I did not know. Apparently, one Congresswoman Lauren Boebert has been seen dating one washed-up
I'm feeding you
musician.
only the really important news.
What's that? Bob Ritchie, I think is his real name. Kid Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Kid Rock. They're together, and boy, I have seldom heard a couple that deserves each other more. Oh my fucking God. First of all, he looks like Dr. Phil with hair at this point. Have you seen him? He looks absolutely terrible. And she's... I hate that I feel this way. She's really hot. Not as a person, obviously. She's a horrific, awful person. She's just she's very, very
In like
beautiful.
an opossum way?
Maybe so. Maybe
Okay.
so. Honestly,
You feel for her the way you feel for Count Chocula the opossum?
I genuinely do. What's on
There's a
me?
hair on you. It's just bothering me.
Get off! I don't. The heart wants what it wants. Now, I also confess that
I don't think
found
the heart wanted anything that night.
probably not. Sarah Palin, I also found very, very attractive, and I did not like the fact. I didn't like the. I'm like, settle down. But the heart wants what it wants. Hot. Anyway, who's the next terrible celebrity couple? Put somebody together. Who's the next terrible celebrity couple? And also, I keep wondering what is their celebrity couple name? Kid Rock and
Kids Bop.
Kids Bop. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
I like that. That's good. I
Dave
like that.
says she should be tested for lead.
She should be tested
She
for
should.
lead.
She should. And they should pump her stomach. I don't.
I don't fucking
Probably from whatever happened with Kid Rock that night. Just-
It's kind of fascinating that like the two members of Congress who couldn't be further apart, AOC and Lauren Boebert, were both bartenders. And it's like, well, I guess that doesn't really tell you much about somebody's capabilities.
No.
If they're a bartender, they could wind up being, I think AOC went to Emerson. Very, very brilliant woman.
Keith says Barack.
Oh, that's good. My mom said she doesn't think that's the heart. I think you're right. I'm certainly, it's...
Yeah, Carrie says that's not your heart.
That is not my heart at all. She's just, I don't know. Listen, I'm not proud of that at all, but make no mistake, I'm certainly not proud of the fact that I find that attractive. I just do. All right, yeah.
That was a confusing clue, I think, because we first said who's the next terrible celebrity couple, and then we said what's their couple nickname. So.
Oh yeah.
So, answer with what.
Bo Rock. Yeah, I was gonna say just make us laugh. Fucking make us laugh on this round.
Just say something funny.
AOC went to Boston University. That's right. Did you guys know that there are colleges in Boston? I'm told.
Really?
couple.
Yeah.
I think honestly, aren't there more colleges per capita in the city of Boston than like anywhere else on planet Earth?
It's cold there.
It's very, very cold and learny. People go there to get their think on.
Roseanne and J.D. Vance.
Mitch McConnell and Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Ray said he'd rather have a throuple. Elon, Donald, and Marjorie will call them the orange-green Doge machine. Well, Ray, you did the work, my friend. Is this me? Ray gets the point. Ray gets the point. Roseanne and J.D. Vance, they deserve each other. I love it. Story isn't a terrible celebrity couple, but an awesome celebrity couple. So, as I burp as I'm trying to talk, who comprises what celebrities comprise the couple story? Shauna, do tell. Mel Gibson and Ivanka. Trump and Putin pump. Oh, I like that too. Give David a point as well. That's very clever. All right, moving on. So, listen. When my mom used to take me to the fabric store, it was the most boring place on earth. I would walk in the door and the spit would rise in the back of my throat. It was like, it was just one of those visceral reactions that I had to being
like
someplace.
You're gonna throw up?
I guess so. That it was being someplace that I didn't want. To this day, when I smell a fabric store, I'm like, oh my god, it smells like boring. It smells so awful in here. But one of the things that you could do when you were there is to go around and look at all the yarn. They had lots and lots of yarn.
Oh, okay. No, this is going
Right. And so, and sometimes the yarn would have interesting names. For example, Goose Turd Green. Goose Turd Green is the color. And by the way, I have to point out that right there, that is the exact color of the green couch, of the infamous green couch.
That's right.
That is
That's the color.
100%. It was Goose Turd Green.
That's right.
Was the color of that fucking couch. Anyway, name a yarn color. Your turn. Name a yarn color.
That yarn color right there was named by a middle-aged woman who had it.
I love it. I think it's
She was like, fuck it. It's Goose Turd Green.
When my parents were painting our house when I was growing up, my mom was sourcing colors, and two of the colors that she sourced, she would refer to either as titty pink or baby shit brown.
Oh my God, Keith just said baby shit brown.
There you go, baby shit brown. Yeah.
Sure. Shauna says weird story. Or Stefan and Lauren. Story.
Oh, well, that's very sweet.
There you go.
I love that.
Race day poo.
All right. Race day poo. Breast
You've
milk.
run a lot of races. Is that a thing?
Actually,
You just try not to poop on race day?
once you start running, it's impossible to poop. Like you're unless.
Don't they don't a lot of runners pull over and poop themselves or?
Some do. For me, I would pee a lot because you're hydrating, but then you're also sweating. But I found it absolutely impossible to poop. Like you want to get that done before you go. Like you want to have some coffee before.
Where are you peeing during a marathon? Are you peeing in your pants?
No. Why? Well, first of all, you don't really pee during a marathon unless you've front loaded a lot of water because you're just sweating it off.
I see.
It's all coming off in sweat. But like in the big city marathons, they have porta potties set up for you at the station.
I see.
But like I went, I did the Cape Cod Marathon, and people were ducking off into the woods there to go and relieve themselves in the middle of the cranberry bogs. You ever seen a cranberry bog?
Is there such a thing as like a race diaper? Like you could pee into it?
I assume so, but like that would the one
that
thing
would chafe.
That would totally chafe. The one
Yeah.
thing you really have to worry about with long distance running stuff is chafing, and so people like slather themselves with Vaseline and stuff. I actually got to the point because like your nips get hard when you run, and then it's chafe for 26 miles. It's just like at the end of it's like I would see this is a horrible image, but every once in a while I would see somebody who did not take care ahead of time, and they would wear like a white shirt or whatever, and there's these two little spots of blood right here where their nips were. It's like,
what do you just put a Band-Aid on each one?
I actually, some people would put Band-Aids. I actually put liquid Band-Aid. That worked really well. Liquid
that
Band-Aid.
awful.
Yeah, because protective candy shell on top of my precious titties.
No.
Name a yarn color. Shart. Hamburger. Race day poo. Breast milk. Ball sack. Mustard waffle stomp. Kofefe. Old white man. Trump tan orange. This is you, by the way, I think. Insurrection red. Ant Flo. The 70s. Brown. Mothball marble. Bloody. Oh, God. No.
Boy.
Read Scott's and if you want to. Clan white. Porta potty green. Bitch please. Golden showers. Blues Brothers. Headless hair clip. That's very funny, Keith. I love that.
Your mom went fully dark. Like, wow.
Musky mauve.
That's awful.
Stink eye. Jaundice. Trump orange. Stillborn blue.
Wow.
Yeah, boy. 2025 gray, ginger in the summer, spliff, pink eye red. Boy, you people really went to town on this one. Dear Laura, I don't envy you. Who had the funniest response?
This is bad.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-boom.
I don't know why Eric's old white man made me laugh.
Okay,
because
well,
you know that exact color of like crusty old white guy color. You know?
The roomy eyes, those eyes that are just kind of like the red and hanging down. I'm like, let me not get that old, please. Oh my God, let me not get
Although
so.
I'm also going to give your mom a point
Please
for
do.
Stillborn Blue. That was.
Let me not get so old that my eyelids start to sag.
Oh, God.
I don't want that.
The bottom eyelids.
Do not want.
Yeah.
So we said we weren't going to really put any political stuff on this show, and I'm largely sticking to that. But I did have to call out the fact that Trump had a phone conversation with one Vladimir Ilyich Putin, and gave him everything. He's like, no, take Eastern Europe. It's all yours. Grab Poland. Why not?
Right.
Listen. We're not gonna do anything to stop you. Have fun. Rev up the tanks, kid. Trump basically gave Putin the green light to blank. the green light to blank. Oh.
Is this when Elon Musk was there and his little kid chewed Trump out in the Oval Office? Like, what's going on?
Honestly, I want out of this timeline so badly.
Does anybody know anyone
any place we can go?
Does anybody know anyone in another country where we can move there?
Right. We're just looking for
Let's
options.
all go. Can we all go there?
What I really want to do is gather up everybody I know and move there. Can we do that? But
does anyone know anyone who has like a compound in Ireland or something?
Ireland seems like I think Ireland is actually a really good option, and here's why. They don't get involved with anything. They're part of the European Union, so they get all the benefits of that. Their currency is strong. They have a great tech industry, but like they're not part of mainland Europe. So if Putin comes rolling through, it's like I'll take this country and this. Like he's gonna have to cross
I'll
the
be
sea.
your cover because I look like
You look like you belong there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Black Irish. I mean, it's like it all works out.
Anyone have a mansion somewhere where we can all just go?
Let's see. Trump gave Putin the green light to bend over and grab his Tesla. That's very funny, Shauna.
That's right.
I love that. Be his DPOA. To Putin it in his rear. Taco time. To go in through the outdoor. Look up the Daft visa. Ride the Ritz. Own a football team. Wrestle another bear. Oh, man. Yeah, apparently Putin wrestled a bear when he was that is his lore. He wants that out there. It's PR. Let's see. I'm going to give this to Eric for own a football team. I think this was mine.
Didn't Putin have something a long time ago?
They thought that he had Parkinson's and that he was fading, but I don't know. Honest to God, I have such fun talking about Bill Belichick, but Bill Belichick is nothing compared to the evil emanating off of one Vladimir Putin. All right, so listen, this is the lightning round. We're just going to zap through these very quickly. You'll notice that we spend the first part of the show front loading with all of these things that have like pictures and stories, and it takes for fucking ever. Oh my God, it's 8:45. What are you people been doing? We've been doing this for 45 minutes. We're around number 7. This is where things speed up. You'll make it up on the back end. Attention students, come join the newly formed blank club. Attention students, over the school PA, he said, come join the newly formed blank club. We actually had a Letterman club, and the whole thing was not like Letterman jackets. No. We actually.
Do you mean at Fancy Pants High School?
Yes, and somebody would tape the night before's episode of David Letterman, and then we would just all meet after lunch and watch it.
Nice.
That's what we did, and it was teacher sanctioned. Thanks, Mr. Philippone. Good looking out, dude. Oh, that was fun. The Letterman Club.
I thought you meant like Letterman, like
Well,
varsity Letterman.
I know. That was the joke. The joke was,
Okay.
"What are you part of? I'm part of the Letterman Club." I thought you were a drama geek. I am.
No, I am.
I am. I very much am.
The Chicken and Waffle Club. The
You-
Creative Writing History Club. The Reese's Teabag Club.
The We Tried Club. You look at this guy and you're like, you were a theater geek? No way.
No way.
No way. You couldn't tell that other than the everything about me. Couldn't tell. Let's
Hot
see.
Club.
Let's see. Attention to please join the newly formed Reese's Teabag Club. Sure, that's all we do is we just teabag Reese's candies. Creative Writing History Club, Waffle and Chicken, the We Tried Club, the Go Home Club, the Pot Club. Yeah, honestly, every high school has a pot club. You can find them under the bleachers listening to fucking Motley Crue on a boombox wearing denim vests.
We call those stoners.
I know. That's the pot club. Excuse me, grooming club. The boob in the eye socket. Oh, I love that story. Vice President Club, the Furry Club, the Save the Department of Education Club, the Members Only Club, the Exodus from the USA Club. Hey, join us, won't you, as we go overseas to help me get to college club. This is you, right?
People, if someone puts a boob in your eye socket, what does it mean to you?
I think it means sex is next.
Yeah, I think it means
I think
something.
that's what that means. I think it means sex is going to happen and soon. That's what. And gentlemen, a consensus from you.
I didn't want to. If someone is the girl who likes, I wanted to open it up to everyone.
Sure.
If someone if someone puts a boob in your eye socket, I said poops a boob.
Poops a boob in your eye socket.
All right, I'm done.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Drive safe, everybody. So this is you. Who had the funniest response to attention students? Come join the newly formed blank club.
School to jail.
The school to jail pipeline club.
right.
Exactly, yeah. Delinquency. The Bill Belichick Club. The Vaccine Club.
I'm gonna give it to Scott for the We Tried Club.
Sure.
We
I like
tried.
that, yeah. Oh, I've been waiting for years for this. Finally, a service that delivers blank right to your door. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, a service that delivers blank right to your door. But what if that boob is of a fembot and it launches explosives? It's the, honestly, we gentlemen will be the judge of that. We'll take a chance. If it means having a tit in our face, why? We'll take a chance. Boobs in the face.
You'll take a boob in the eye socket anytime.
Well,
Anyway.
Yes, but I don't think I would want just the boob in the eye socket.
That's right.
I think what we're trying to say here, gentlemen, is, ladies, if you're going to unleash,
That's suggestive.
If you're going to unleash one of those and put it in your eyes in your partner's eye socket, expect that they'll maybe want a little bit more than that.
Yeah. That's an overture.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. That is a William Tell overture
That means something.
for sexy time.
Your sexy time is on.
Yeah.
Finally, a service that delivers boob in the eye socket right to your door.
Eye boobs, says
Boob in
Keith.
the eye.
Yeah.
Eye boobs.
Taco and ice agents. Bonnie delivers Bonnie right to your door. How has Bonnie been? Any Bonnie updates lately?
That's a really good question. I haven't checked in on Bonnie lately.
We haven't checked in on Bonnie, and I wonder if that means that maybe she's finally stopped. Did Bonnie actually stop doing what she's doing?
Maybe she blocked us.
Oh, maybe she did.
Maybe she saw my TikToks about it.
Can you even fucking imagine if Bonnie had ever seen, for example, the song that we made about her and her fine meat giveaway service?
I think you should play that song at the end of the show.
I think we will.
If anybody's still here,
if anybody's still here,
the Ballad of Bonnie's Beef.
Bonnie's Beef. Let's see. Tacos and Ice Agents, Bonnie. Runner's Nipple Tape, Bobcat Goldthwait. That is a deep cut. I actually really dug old Bobcat Goldthwait. That is a funny motherfucker. Pot Right to Your Door. They have that. They have that in New York anyway. Ball Tape, Bill's 20-year-old girlfriend, MTV, Eviction Notices, 2008. Oh, please! Is this me? Yeah, let's give it to Christina for 2008. I want somebody to bring 2008 to my door. And we had a fucking, crippling recession at the time, and I'll take it. Fuck, I would take George W. Bush. I would take Reagan at this point. I'd take Nixon. Oh my God. Nixon at least had shame.
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right, listen, we don't, speaking of I in the boob socket. Ladies and gentlemen, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, hang on, guys, we gotta go.
That's it.
Right. Yeah.
It's the only show with Stefan and Lauren.
Enough of that. Stop. Listen, we don't have to have sex, okay? We can just blank. We don't have to have sex. We can just blank. And ladies, if you ever spent any time in high school, which of course you have, you know what men mean when they say that. Young men mean. They don't mean that. They say this, but they do not mean this. We don't have to have sex. We can just blank.
Boob in the eye socket.
Just boob in the eye socket. Yeah, we don't have to have sex. We can just have sex. Dave gets it. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Honestly, and here's the thing. Men are like, I wish, I think, and men join me on this if you will, that there were some sort of knob located on the male body that could just turn it down, right? It would be nice because it permeates your thoughts, right? We can have intellectual discourse in our heads, certainly, but the sex will pop up into it, and we don't mean for it to. It just fucking will. It's something having to do with testosterone, and it would be nice at a certain age, or even honestly, if you just want to fucking focus for 5 minutes, just turn that down. Turn the sex noise down in my head, if you please.
We don't have to have sex. We can just break up.
Yeah. Look at your boob very close up. OnlyFans and chill.
Dave says there is a knob on the male body.
Stefan is so waiting to boob in the eyes sicker now.
I don't know.
I don't know. Break up. Get me up. Eric says, we don't have to have sex. We can just get me off.
I mean, that's all right.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, I mean,
that is 100% the right answer. Have a good blowjobbery. Die. Spend time getting to know each other. Not. There is a knob on the middle body. It's true. It's true. I have heard something about these things. Be siblings.
We can just listen to Jermaine
Oh wait, no,
Stewart.
I can't play that because we'll get a media strike. Holy Jesus, I'm going to skeletons again. Holy God.
Wait, Jermaine Stewart is that
We don't have to take our clothes off and drink some cherry wine. What are you speaking of, Jermaine? Let's see. Have a good time getting to know each other. Let's see. Be siblings. Just go walk on the beach at moonlight. In the moonlight, give you the hose. Sleep. Listen to Jermaine Stewart. Paint my house. 3 words. If you can do it in 3 words.
Paint.
Oh Christ! I was honestly. Carrie got in there at the very last second with Be siblings. I was ready to give it to your husband. Honestly. Holy God, that was a great answer.
We could dance and party all night and drink some cherry wine.
Uh-huh. But I don't know. There are certain songs from previous eras that hold up. That is not one of them. That song is wet, hot excrement. It is just, oh, Jesus Christ. It even at the time I knew it. This is just soak. We can just soak. Soaking.
Yeah, your mom's answer.
Just the tip. Exactly, yeah. Give my mom a point. Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Listen, why am I like this? Why am I like this?
Because your mom said just the tip.
Exactly. Look at how I was raised. Why am I like this? Oh my fucking God.
Apparently, I'm like this because I don't have enough red blood cells. So that's my excuse.
Is that your excuse? Okay.
Yep.
Listen. I started out tonight's proceedings being very, very sleepy. I can't honestly say why.
How you doing now?
This has woken me right up. This has woken me right up. It really has. It really has. I'm much more.
Christina says, your mom. We're all like this because
of Jan Cox.
That's
exactly.
right.
She's the den mother of these proceedings,
That's
y'all.
right.
I
She
don't know
made
if
us
you
this
know,
way.
but yeah, she did.
Oh, it's right because I lost all my hair clips.
My mom just said you can thank her for that.
There you go.
I lost it because you lost all your hair clips. Exactly
Yeah.
right. Oh, Jesus Christ. We
Because your sister turned you down.
we
She put her boob in your eye socket. Okay, what more do you want?
we cleaned today. It was fabulous. Honestly, these are the sorts of things when you get into
I
middle
love
age
cleaning.
that you just get very, very excited about. We get up in the mornings, we put on the Casey Kasen's weekly top 40 countdown, and we clean the shit out of our home.
Clean the shit
I've
out of
grown
our ears.
I have grown to love it, and honestly, we have such a nice vacuum cleaner. I get skeeved out when I'm walking around the house in socks, and I can feel the grit under. One of us has tracked it in, the dog's tracked it in or whatever. And then when I vacuum it up and I'm walking around on
You
the floor
vacuumed
with-
for like 30 minutes.
Oh,
today.
and it was obscene the amount of stuff that it pulled up. It was like this giant, but mostly it's the dog. The dog is shedding like a motherfucker right now. And it's winter. Why is our dog shedding so much? Like she's just like so much fucking fur coming off
a
of this
mess.
animal. She's a mess. Let's see, why am I like this? Because your sister turned you down. Grooming. You didn't choose Cox. Cox chose you. Your uncle. You were beaten. Lack of blank. Because no one else could pull this off. Poor genetics. Casey Kasem, the 60s, 70s, and 80s. This is all true. Just you or me?
Oh, it's me.
This is you. Dear Laura. Oh, wait, no, this is 11.
Oh, okay.
This one's me.
This one goes to 11.
These go to 11. I gotta go with Dave for lost all your hair clips. That's why.
That's why.
You know me and my hair clips. Gotta have them. If I didn't have a beard, I have no reason to go anywhere near hair products at all. Listen, heaven sucks. It sucks up here. They don't even have blank. Heaven sucks. They don't even have blank. The problem with heaven is, well, twofold. One is the people that you would have to hang out with would just be. I can't imagine being around a lot of those people. Those parsimonious, like just I couldn't tolerate them for a fucking weekend. Holier than thou. Those people.
How do we know they're going to heaven?
Well, maybe they're not, but one assumes. So if you subscribe to the conventional wisdom on heaven, all those people are going to be up there, fucking Anita Bryant, right? I couldn't hang with her for 5 minutes. Why would I want to spend eternity? Also, you can't leave. You can't fucking leave. Oh my God.
This is the other place.
This is the other place. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Heaven sucks. They don't even have Bonnie's beef. Reese's balls.
They don't even have Bilmo.
America's Most Wanted, Proms, 8-Ball Pope, Bilmo, Genders. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
good.
that's the Mormon heaven. There's one rung of it or realm of it that doesn't have the people don't have genders.
Is that true?
They
They're
don't
just
have
walking
genitals or
around
something.
like
It's
like Ken dolls, just kind of
Yeah.
smooth down there. Let's see. Well, then it's definitely not heaven. If you can't fuck, it's not heaven, right? Let's see. Doge, 2-ply toilet paper, hymns, hymns for men, pern, because you can't say pern.
Oh no, he said it later.
Oh, okay.
That was a
let's see.
typo.
TikTok, 270 electoral votes, hookers and blow, Earth, magic underwear. Is this me or you?
Oh gosh, I think this is me.
This is you. Who had the funniest response, dear Laura?
Let me just give that to Keith for 270
270 electoral. That's exactly what I was
going
going to do. Yeah, okay. Great minds and all that. Let's see. I drink, speaking of drinking, I drink to forget blank. I drink to forget blank. Everybody having a good time?
The news.
Yeah, I was going to say the fact that I can't get out of this timeline.
Yeah,
that I would like to.
No one's answered
actively-
to say if they have a.
Anybody?
Does anyone own a town
Anybody at all?
in a foreign country?
All we need is a chateau, right? They have a million castles over there. All we need is one, and we
Does
can all live
anyone
there.
have a rich uncle that lives in fill in the blank?
This is our next week's show. We're gonna name a town and take it over, right? And we'll and every clue will be
Only show a stand.
Right, exactly. Only show a stand, and then we're going to be like, okay, what's the name of the mayor, and then like, what's
There
our
you go.
currency, right? We're going to. I sense a theme show coming. It's a bottle episode. We're going to have a bottle episode of the Only Show, kids. That's what's going to happen.
Eric drinks to forget my hurtful comments.
Oh, Lauro.
Oh.
Those two. I drink to forget anything over 3 inches. What I was drinking to forget what I was forgetting. Where my car is. Dude, where's my car?
I'm a nice friend.
That I live in America, says my mom. No shit. That I need to watch my weight. Fuck that. Fuck that. What I drank. Lori's hurtful comments to text back. Menopause. I got to give it to my mom for that I live in America. All right, on to round number 14. Round number 14. Let's see. The world ends not with a bang, but with a blank.
But with a whimper.
The world ends not with a bang, but with a blank. Oh, kids. The things that are happening right now. I was having a discussion with a buddy of mine earlier, and it's just like, I sound insane. I'm making comparisons to
speechless a lot of the
1930s
time.
Germany a
Yeah.
lot in my conversations these days. It's not good.
I don't know what to tell you.
And it's like, it's the sort of thing that if, you had told past me that this was going to happen and I'd be having these sorts of conversations, I'd be like, you, go on, get out of here, you.
Did you pin it? You didn't, did you?
I didn't pin it. Boo, hang on. Give me one of those. A boob in the eye socket. The world ends with I still haven't pinned it, but it ends with a Trump. I think that might be right, Scott. He's got distinctly Nero type vibes, doesn't he? He really. It feels like definitely the end of an empire vibe that we got going on here. It ends with a gangbang, a flat edge, a hand job. Well, listen. If that's how the world ends, I could get on board with that.
And a boob in the eye socket.
I'll settle for more. But a hand job. If that's where that's going, I'm not going to, turn that down. Let's see, a sigh of regret with a stinking musk. That's funny. Be kind and rewind notification. Bring your son to work day. Oh, boy, Christina.
Oh, boy.
That's a good answer. This is yours. Who had the funniest response?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to give it to Christina for
sure.
that excellent answer.
PBBJ's reach-arounds. All right, and we're on to round number 15. Oh, boy, we are just zapping through tonight's proceedings. Just won the Powerball, kids. You can't win if you don't play. I'm off to buy blank. Just won the Powerball. I'm off to buy blank. The White House. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
What if we pool our resources and buy a small island?
I
and
love
then
this
we move
idea.
there. And
We
then,
would but we would have to have everybody would have to serve a function, right? We would probably need one of you people has to have a medical degree, I'm afraid.
Oh, geez.
One of you is going to have to understand the difference between like a fucking tourniquet and a
Christina's
suture.
medically adjacent.
Yeah, there you go, Christina.
Okay.
You can be our you can be our physician,
knows
or
medical
resident
things.
physician. You seem to have a knowledge of things medical.
Sadly, Eric's the only one with actual skills, right?
Right.
Like he knows how to do things, build things. And
My mother can be the wise elder.
that's
Wise
right.
elder. We'll go to her. We will go to her when we need advice on things. She'll be the wise sage. So just like there's that scene in Seven Samurai where they go and consult the elder as to what they should do, and she'll tell us to go and find ourselves 7 samurai to protect our village from the marauders. That's what she'll tell us.
I have never made it through that entire movie.
I
I
love
fall
that fucking
asleep
movie. I
every
know.
time.
I know.
And
And-
in fact, when I wake up in the middle of the
I
night,
think you
maybe
should
I
watch
should
that.
just
I was
turn
just
on
going to
Seven
say,
Samurai.
if
Like,
you
wow.
fall asleep every
we
single
go.
time, then you should do that. You've also said that trying to meditate, you fall asleep.
Oh, God, so much.
But I think you've answered your question as to what to do when you're awake in the middle of the night, right?
What is worse than being alone with your own thoughts? That's It's meditation.
Well, yeah, it's not great. I don't love it. Let's see. I'm off to buy Greenland, the red, white, and blue land. Yeah, exactly. Lottery tickets. Just kidding. That's funny. The next election, AI, eggs. That's funny, Mom. I love that. Mozambique.
They're only $12. What's the problem?
5
Trump
20-year-old
solved that.
models. Let's see. Well, actually, if you buy 6, Eric, if you buy 5, you get the 6th one free.
Yeah.
So the wall in Mexico is going to pay
You
for
have to pay in Bilmo, though.
You do. Some wisdom, an oven from Best Buy. That's funny. Somebody text you back, an 8-track. Go watch that absolute masterpiece.
I think he meant Seven Samurai.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's agreeing with you.
It is an absolute masterpiece, Dave. Yeah. It's one of my very favorite films. Let's see. And off to buy X. X, says Eric. So, yeah. Ray and Eric, but Harpo to hand with Lori. All right, this is me, and I'm going to give it to my mom for eggs. Yeah, got all that sweet, sweet lotto money. I can finally afford to buy me some eggs, for God's sakes. Okay, it is time for Laura to tally things up, and so you wanted to play the Bonnie song.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay, so while you tally things up, we'll take a quick station identification break, and we'll be back right after this in 2 and 2. Hey, it's Chuck Woolery.
I would like to give away some ground beef today. I have a lot of it. There are approximately 1 pound packages. Some is frozen, some is not. You may receive meat from me once a week, Monday through Sunday. Please provide a specific pickup time in your ask. Do not message without being invited to, please, because ground beef is all I'm offering at this time. Ground beef is all I am offering at this time. Ground beef is all I am offering at this time. Pick up by 7 p.m. today.
Oh, Bonnie, we hardly knew you.
Well,
we need a Bonnie check-in. Anyway, dear
well,
Laura, do we have an outright winner tonight?
It does seem that your mom has won.
Whoa!
I know. It's
Nice job, Mom.
It's a big deal. She clearly has enough red blood cells.
Obviously enough
has
red
more
blood
than me.
cells to come through. So,
She's bringing the funny.
Yeah.
But like then Dave and Christina are tied for second. And, You know, so now we have a bonus.
All you got to do, the only way to win this fucking game in regulation play, as they say, is to win outright, because otherwise somebody's going to come along and then fucking. Anyway, so we're going to have a tiebreaker round for second place, or I guess it would be third place.
He said Janice won by just the tip.
Just the tip. Hey, nice job.
That's a good callback.
Very good callback. So here we go. The one final prompt to see who is going to take home silver tonight. I've been working on the blank all the livelong day. I've been working on blank all the livelong day. Bum 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 bum.
What are we even doing right now?
I'll tell you what we're going to do later, if I actually can manage to stay awake, is we're going to watch the SNL 50th anniversary special tonight.
I thought you were going to say boob in the eyeball. But I'm just kidding.
Listen, I'm not allowed to make those sorts of overtures. I'm only allowed to follow up if such an overture has been made. Right? If an overture is made, then I'm like, yes, I'm in because, of course, with men it's like a faucet. It's like it's always on. But
I've been working on the possum cake.
all the live long
I mean,
day.
so is the possum now made into a cake? Why would you save a possum?
I have no idea why you would save a possum.
I don't get it.
I don't know why they like.
And listen,
took,
I don't want the
heroic
possum
measures.
to suffer. I'm not
No,
a
no,
cruel
no.
person.
No,
I'm
of
just
course
saying, take it and take care of it.
Put her down.
Yeah, like
her down.
it's clearly in distress. Take care of it.
All right, so I've been working on the blank all the live long day questions, as in these questions, I assume Christina means. Testicular Reese's, the tip, possum cake, escape room, firing all the nuclear engineers, then trying to hire them back. Isn't that the truth? Disaster plan, in pieces, Steve. says Scott.
In pieces,
Okay, so
Steve.
now what happens is you guys vote on each other as to who has the funniest response. So go into the feed now, and right now you have 1 minute to vote on who you think had the funniest response to I've been working on the blank all the live long day, and the person who receives the most upvotes on this second round will, of course, be tonight's silver medal winner. What present? What prize rather do we have for my mother?
Oh, probably some Reese's balls.
Some Reese's balls for
Yeah.
Jen Cox. They're actually quite tasty.
They're really good.
Peanut butter flavored balls, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, this is the point where I do my sportscaster voice and I wrap up tonight's proceedings. Extraordinary play tonight from some of our veterans, Carrie, Eric, Ray, Christina, many others tonight turning in absolutely stellar games. A rookie tonight, Dave Gildner, suiting up from Canada, joining us to play in regulation tonight and bringing some fine play into the proceedings. Shauna also joining us, a veteran, has come back and suited up again to join us in the proceedings. And that is time, dear Lauro. How do we have a round two or a second place runner-up winner?
Let's see. I've been working on that. Oh, it's Scott with I've been working
Hey!
on In Pieces Steve. In case you're just joining us, we mailed Scott a mannequin.
We did. He looks like this.
And you're like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But we broke him up into a whole bunch of pieces like serial killers and mailed him across the United
Fashion Steve!
We mailed him a really broke-ass mannequin.
Yeah,
So,
as you can see, that's a broke-ass mannequin.
So we're waiting to see what he does with them.
Right,
And,
and so we're anticipating photos, Mr. Coates.
he
That's
said he
what we're looking
wanted it, so we mailed it to him.
for. You said challenge accepted.
Yeah.
And of course, there's no going back on challenge accepted. You accepted our challenge. All right, kids. Any final words before we head off into the night? To
Gosh, this was quite an adventure.
Oh,
We've
this is
been-
quite an adventure.
Yeah, we've been so far. We've been to so many places. We've been to Opossum Chocolate Cake Land. We've been
Absolutely.
to Boob in the Eye Socket.
We've
been everywhere.
Been a magical journey. We're glad you could join us on it. So the next week,
If anyone has a cousin in Canada who'd like to adopt us all, please.
Next week we're going to figure out where we're going to
Where
go
we're going.
and what we're
Let's
going
brainstorm.
to what we're going to name it. And
Yeah.
we've got a whole show written ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So take the week
I've done
off.
myself an extraordinary favor.
Yeah.
All right, kids. We'll see you next time.